Well, welcome in. It's the Air Force Academy that I'm at today. We're doing a small feature for our Sunday special. We like to call it, this one especially, the making of an Air Force cadet hockey player. It's kind of a big step, a lot of different things. I got Andy Berg with me, the assistant here at Air Force, and he's unique to the program because he played here. Now he's back here coaching. So, Andy, first of all, welcome in.
All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Okay, so Frank put you under the gun. He's not feeling real well, so I got you on the spot. But as I said, we just want to talk a little bit of hockey because I think it's a unique situation for the Air Force Academy all the time, but it's even more unique in this climate, coming off of COVID, coming off a huge transfer portal. So tell me, as a former cadet hockey player, what does it take to become a cadet hockey player?
Yeah, no doubt this year was challenging in a lot of ways. Want to give our guys a ton of credit for the sacrifices they made and just to make this season happen. And you know, back to your question, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, obviously here you have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to be a very strong student academically, healthy, good citizen, and then a good hockey player on top of it all. So there's a lot that goes into it from a recruiting standpoint and just being eligible to play here.
How difficult is that to recruit players like that? I mean, we talk about all the great hockey players that are out there, but you just listed a checklist that could eliminate quite a few. So how difficult is your job when you're out recruiting?
Yeah, it's challenging. I will say the game of hockey has grown tremendously in the U.S., so there's more and more Division I caliber players in the United States that we can recruit. So although it is challenging, we can find them. We just maybe have to search a little farther than some other schools do to find those players.
Frank has told me on the podcast that he thinks his guys come to the rink and that's the best part of their day or the easiest part of their day is hockey practice. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, this place, it can be challenging. Certainly not overwhelming, but you have to get up early. You're going to class. It's a pretty challenging curriculum that we have here. And on top of that, you have some military obligations during the day. And so there's no question the guys look forward to coming down to the locker room, and it's a great atmosphere down here. The guys love each other, and great place to come in and relax and get ready to practice.
So the discipline that a military education brings to a person, does that help in your estimation on the ice?
I think absolutely. One thing we always talk about with our culture and the players we try to recruit, they excel in every area, right? And you have to be really disciplined to do that. So we want our guys we want to make sure they do well academically, socially, they're staying out of trouble. They're leaders up in their squadrons, up in the military area, and then they take care of business on the ice, and that requires a lot of discipline. And so when we are playing and we're playing our game and we play a certain way, it does take a lot of discipline to play the way we do play. And I think it definitely helps, and it goes hand in hand.
Okay, I want to ask you about the fact you look at what's going on in college hockey right now. Everybody's building these beautiful buildings and great locker rooms, and of course, kids ask about that. They want to be a part of it. I look around here, and this is a fantastic place to play, I would think. There's also some pride to wear that uniform, isn't there?
Yes, for sure, and we're fortunate here. We have fantastic facilities. Just redid our whole locker room, players' lounges, cafeteria, offices. Our weight room is first class. The support that our players get, not only strength and conditioning, but training and sports psychologists, you name it. We have that amenity here available to the players. And it is an honor to wear the jersey here. And, a lot goes into that. We have a proud history that we've created. And we want to uphold that standard, and it means a lot.
That's what I was going to say. When I walked in the door and I see what's around the walls, and the video will show when we're done. But first of all, you don't go through coaches. Frank's been here forever, and that tells me stability. And I think what's happening in the world today is there's a lot of instability. So the Air Force Academy gives somebody the opportunity to have a stable hockey career. Is that fair?
Yeah, very very fair. And back to our staff, yeah, we've had a lot of continuity over the years, and I really believe that's helped to get the program where we've gotten it to. And as far as stability from a playing standpoint, like, yeah, for sure, the academy provides a lot of stability itself.
Right.
And you never know with your hockey career what's going to happen. For sure. Okay, maybe you don't assimilate to this level. Injuries happen. But the thing we're fortunate to have here is if for some reason hockey doesn't work out, right, your scholarship doesn't go away. You can remain at the academy, continue on with your education and all the great things that come with graduating from here. And I do think that helps players and realize they do have stability.
Okay, let's take one quick break. Let's come back and talk about that on the ice stuff, because you guys are unique in the fact that you do something special around tournament time, and you even almost did it this year. But we'll be right back and talk a little more Air Force hockey on the Sunday special.
Donor here for my good friends at Bell Ford. I've always expected 110% out of my teams, and at Bell Ford, you'll find nothing less. I've been buying my Ford cars and trucks here ever since I came to Phoenix. Bell Ford is my Ford dealer, and don't let me find you shopping anywhere else. Take it from the captain, the premium buying experience is right here at Bell Ford. I-17 and Bell Road. Check their deals anytime at bellford.com.
We're back. We're back at the Air Force Academy almost on top of the hill. I understand on top of the hill is where the players live, the dormitory area, but we're here at the ice sheet, the Cadet Ice Arena. Is that what they call it?
Cadet Ice Arena at
I'm doing well.
7,200 feet, so we're up there in altitude.
Okay, as I drove up, I looked around and I'm going like, man, if I were a kid again, this is where I would want to go. What a place to be, especially in the world today. We talked a little bit in the last segment, Andy, about stability, but talk about the on-ice performances that you get here. I mean, this year was absolutely crazy with the COVID, but Air Force always seems to peak at the right time, and that's tournament time.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I just think it's our process, and we call it a process. We play a certain way,
right?
And we get guys in that come from different backgrounds, junior hockey. They've played different styles. We play how we play, and we've been doing it for a while, and it's worked for us. But it is a process, and we want to do it the right way, lay our foundation, and then build and build and build on that and not take any shortcuts. And with that, you're going to have some ups and downs until it becomes second nature, and the guys are just playing and not thinking. So yeah, the best way to describe it is just once that process kicks in, right, then we really start to take off, and each year it's different when that happens. Yeah. When the team just takes over, and it kind of becomes autopilot at that point, and we're literally trying to stay out of the way. But it can take some time to get there.
Okay, so a home in the Atlantic hockey is a bit of a challenge as well, because you don't have teams 100 miles away from you. You got teams thousands of miles away from you. You have the opportunity here with the Air Force. I know sometimes you're able to take an Air Force jet to get you wherever you need to go, but are there challenges that you have to overcome being a part of Atlantic hockey with most of the teams out east?
Well, it's funny. We get that question quite a bit with the travel, and it is quite a bit of travel. What I'll say to that is actually we don't mind the travel because it's typically a nonstop flight, Denver to wherever we're playing. Sure. So it might only be a 3 or 4 hour excursion out to where we're playing instead of an 8 or 9 hour bus ride, which a lot of leagues do have. And so the travel's not as bad as people think. We're flying, and we're typically nonstop. We're getting to where we're playing at a decent time, so the guys will get a good night sleep and be ready to go for the weekend. And so the travel hasn't been much of a hindrance for us.
Okay, so tell us about Atlantic hockey and trying to win that conference every year. There's teams just keep getting better and better. The program's getting better and better, more stable. The players and the talent that comes in is better. How hard is it to win this conference?
It's extremely hard, and you hit it on the head. Every year the teams get better, and every year it gets harder and harder to win the league. And with new facilities, full scholarship allotments, great coaching staffs that we compete against, it's a battle night in and night out, and we're typically playing older, kind of bigger, heavier teams that wear on you as the season goes on. And so it's a grind for sure, and it becomes more challenging each year.
Okay, nothing specific on this one, but we know this transfer portal thing has kind of gotten out of control in my estimation. I know what it was set up for most schools and even for you guys, but what's your feeling on that? I mean, how do you feel on just how crazy it's gotten now, where a kid can go, yeah, I'm not getting the playing time, so I'm going somewhere else. And then COVID comes and NCAA says, we'll give you an extra year. And how hard is that as a recruiter? And what's your gut feeling on that?
Yeah, it's challenging. And I don't think it has worked out quite how the NCAA has hoped.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of players and recruits that are feeling the brunt of that. And so it's unfortunate that it happened, and I don't know if there's any going back. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But it's made life very difficult for a lot of programs, right, and a lot of student athletes. And again, the unintended consequences for that student athlete, I don't think the NCAA realized what was going to happen. And it's unfortunate, but that's what we have to deal with. And we'll do our best to work within it how we can here at our institution. But it's been difficult to deal with.
And a lot of NCAA coaches, the first thing they do is in the morning is look at the portal to see who's there and who can help them or who can make their team better. It's different here, though, because I talked about the stability of your players. And, I don't think guys come in here and want to leave like maybe at other places. But do you go through that as well as an assistant coach? You hop on that portal and go, what name is there and who could help us?
Yeah, believe it or not, we do. I do it every morning. And, we can accept transfers here. Okay. It's just a little more complicated. Right. And absolutely. I do check that every morning. And not only to see if there's a player we might be able to get involved with, but just to see what's going on in and around college hockey and who might be losing a guy, getting a guy, and you just want to stay up to date on it.
Okay, so getting back to my original question in the original feature, what it takes to become a cadet hockey player, you outlaid a little bit of it in the beginning for me. Be a little bit more specific. If we've got a 16, 17-year-old kid that's maybe considering Air Force and the military academies, what should he be doing in preparation if he wants a shot at this opportunity? And I call it an opportunity because it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the first thing, you have to be taking care of your academics. If you don't have that in order, then it's virtually impossible for us to get involved. After that point, we have summer camps and summer showcases where you might be able to come out and play in front of our staff. And then you just got to stay on the hockey journey. Okay. And typically we like to recruit older players that have played 1 or 2 years of junior hockey, have grown up, matured, developed physically and mentally, and just a little more ready to come in and handle the rigors of the academy, not just hockey-wise, but life as a cadet here. And so just be prepared for a little bit of a journey, that's all. And if you want it bad enough, you'll get to a certain level playing junior hockey where we'll get some eyeballs on you and see where the journey takes you, and if it might be a possibility.
Okay, you've lived it. You were here as a student. You're here as a coach now. Give us a typical day. What's it like as a freshman coming on campus? What are they going to go through? When's their day going to start? How's it going to end? What's it going to be like on a typical day at the Air Force Academy?
Yeah, you know what? It's structured, obviously. Mm-hmm. The guys are getting up about 6:30, 6:45. Class.
Beating me by like 2 hours.
Yep. So class in the morning. So you have all the athletes typically have their classes in the morning before lunch. We have what we call noon meal formation, where all 4,000 students get together, form up in their squadrons, march to the dining hall, eat lunch together. They may have a fifth period class, may have a military meeting, training type event. But typically they will then come down to the arena and be down here from roughly 2 until 6. Okay. And for the most part, that's about it. After that, they'll have dinner, either catered here to the locker room or up at the dining hall. And then, with the academic curriculum here, being a little challenging, you better study and do some homework.
Right?
Yep. Before you go to bed. So that's it for the most part. That is it. It's structured, but I don't know if you're going to be a Division I athlete somewhere, I don't know if it's that much more structured than a traditional school where you're going to have to get up and lift and go to class and maybe have mandatory study halls and curfews. So it's structured here, and you have to expect that coming to a service academy. But my opinion, it's not over the top. You do have a little downtime here and there to catch your breath and get ready for whatever your next event is.
Okay, so on this question, think back to your days here, which was 8-10 years ago, right?
A little farther than that, unfortunately. Yeah.
Has it changed a lot from the rigors, if you will, from when you were here to now? I mean, you look at the advent of technology, right? The guys have their cell phones now and their tablets, and that probably wasn't what you were doing when you came here.
Yeah, I guess I would say it has changed. I don't know if it's any easier or harder than it was. It's just different. Okay. And, I think we do a good job here of evolving with the times and incorporating technology and societal trends and all those types of things. So, it has changed, but again, I don't think it's any more challenging than it used to be or easier than it used to be. It's just different.
Okay, final question for you. We talked about coming in as a freshman and what it was like on a typical day. Now tell me when you get to be a senior and you can see maybe you're not going to play professional hockey anymore, but you're going to go on and do your service academy duties and look at a career after the Air Force Academy. What's that like?
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of our deal is if you do become a high-level pro prospect, you're going to get that opportunity. But if not, our guys are extremely excited about what they're going to be doing in the Air Force, whether that's going to pilot training, going into a business type job, engineering, intel. There's so many different exciting career fields that guys get really excited towards the end of their senior year of what they're going to be doing. And they know they got a great job ahead of them lined up. A lot of comfort in that. And like I said, guys are there. It's an exciting time, and guys are excited about that journey.
I look at you guys every year at the end of the year, and it's almost equally as important to talk about what they did on the ice as to talk about their futures. And I know you guys promote that a heck of a lot. What guys are taking the next step and the grade point averages and the careers. So as a coach here, how important is that to you, and how proud are you to watch guys excel beyond the ice?
We're very, very proud of what our guys have accomplished. I could go on and on the accolades our guys have earned and achieved, and grad school opportunities and things they've done in the Air Force and their Air Force career. And again, going back to what I said earlier, I think excelling at that level away from the ice, it goes hand in hand with what happens on the ice. Sure. When we are successful. And there just is a matter of fact correlation between taking care of business in every area. And we're proud of our guys, and that's the expectation here, though. That's the culture that we've set is guys are going to push themselves, they're going to compete in every area, and they're going to try to maximize their potential in every area of their life. And so it's a cool thing to be a part of. Right. And we're proud of all of our players. Yeah. And we've had some special ones that have done some really, really cool things.
And I see them on the wall, so I know some of those. But Andy Berg, thanks for taking some time to talk Air Force hockey with me. It's a pleasure to be up here and finally be in the building and be able to take a look at this fantastic facility you guys have, and just continue the great work, okay?
Okay, well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
I'm going to throw it out also, another Minnesotan, because everybody gives me a bad time about my Minnesota ties, but Stillwater, correct?
That's right, yep. City guy, though. So we got the little northern flavor and the city guy, so.
I'll give you a little treat, though, that my daughter lives in Lake Elmo, and her kid is going to go to Stillwater. So.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, my parents are in Lake Elmo, so there we go. Yep, even better.
All right, that's it from the Air Force Academy Day. Hope you enjoyed the Sunday special. We'll be back with another one next Sunday.
Donor here for my good friends at Bell Ford. I've always expected 110% out of my teams. And at Bell Ford, you'll find nothing less. I've been buying my Ford cars and trucks here ever since I came to Phoenix. Bell Ford is my Ford dealer, and don't let me find you shopping anywhere else. Take it from the captain. The premium buying experience is right here at Bell Ford. I-17 and Bell Road. Check their deals anytime at bellford.com.
All right, welcome into the Sunday special. As you can see, I am at the Air Force Academy. Andy Berg, the assistant coach here at Air Force, is going to take me on a little tour, show me what this place is all about. We're going to also talk later about what the Academy, what it takes to make a cadet. So we'll do a few things. So Andy, go ahead and show me that.
Well, welcome. We just got completed, or just got finished with about a $3.5 million renovation to our locker room, offices, player areas. So come on in, I'll show you around. So this is our main entrance and reception area. You can see we still have a few things to finish up over on that back wall there, but this we envision being a multi-purpose area for maybe hosting recruits, alumni for games, friends, family, those types of things. And then this is a huge upgrade for us. We got a nice new kitchen, again, an area for people to come and relax and hang out, and just a good place to use for game day, recruiting, official visits and whatnot.
This is the important one.
This wall here, just
absolutely.
A great miscellaneous display of some of the great accomplishments over the past 12, 13, 14 years. And no, we've had a great run, and we're fortunate we're able to commemorate that now and have a great display for all of our accomplishments.
Okay, lead on.
Okay, and this first part of the renovation, these are our updated offices, coaches' offices. It's actually my office there. We got Coach Doyle. Okay, and here's the legend, Coach Saratori. There's his office. That's where he resides.
And he is a legend. I've been told
right,
he's the hockey czar of college hockey.
Yeah, and then you got to take a peek in here. This is a great area, not only for our staff, but also for our players.
Okay.
This is our hockey ops room. And so we have the video cabinets over here where the guys can come down and watch shifts, and we'll come in here before practice and get our plans all ready for practice. Game nights, we'll come in here in between periods and make our adjustments and get some video if we want to show the guys in between periods. And so just a really nice area to be able to do that.
And well branded. You never forget where you are, do you?
No, you don't. No, you don't. And a quick little shout out to Carl Yeager and KJ Branding from up in the Minneapolis area.
Okay.
And they came in and branded our renovation.
They did a great job.
Heck of a job. Terrific. So our championship wall here, as most people may or may not know, we've been to 7 NCAA tournaments.
Okay.
In the last 13 years, I believe, and 3 Elite Eights. And so this is a display for those accomplishments.
Okay.
All right, and this door separates the player area from the coach area.
Okay.
So this is a dual-purpose cafeteria and study area for the guys.
Okay.
So they'll spend a lot of time in this area getting some work done. We have a nice kitchen that we'll keep fully stocked with snacks and recovery type drinks and those types of things.
How busy was this place during COVID, Andy? It was
actually not busy.
I was gonna say,
we
you couldn't get too many
couldn't
team
get the guys
stuff,
in
could
here.
you?
We had to separate guys into different areas.
And that's really unfortunate when it's this beautiful.
Yep, absolutely. And nice little lounge for the guys, big sectional. They can come in here and hang out, watch their sporting events, video games. Got a little cleanup work to do. You can see it's the off season. We got some guys that are in golf mode. So,
well, nothing wrong with that.
Clean that up a little bit.
All right.
Okay, and then our annual team awards here.
Okay.
And again, nice display. And then this door leads right into our main locker room. Get the lights on here. So again, this is all brand new. Nice cherry lockers here hooked up to our ventilation system. So it doesn't smell too bad in here. Actually, all our stuff gets nice and dry. and smells pretty good for a hockey locker room.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some bikes in here, and of course the whiteboards.
Yep. So we'll do all of our video team meetings in here.
Okay.
X's and O's, kind of practice prep with our players. We do that in this area here.
And very well branded. I do love it as well.
Yeah. No, they did a great job, and you're a mess if we didn't come by this big AF.
This is an important spot, isn't it?
I love when you come off the ice, you walk right in and see this nice big AF staring at you. Just a great looking display here. And
Boy, absolutely.
No, we're proud of what we got here, and it's they did a great job. Yeah, then down here, stick rack. Obviously, they work on their sticks in that area. And then back here, this is basically the player entrance, and then where they come in, they have their dry lockers here.
Yep.
Well, they'll take their uniforms off and get into their hockey type gear.
Okay. Now we go to the next level, the ice sheet.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it.
Yeah, if I was 30 years younger, Andy, I'd be here.
Yeah, I always say I came at the wrong time. I was just
It's
before we
changed.
made that run.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of exciting things happening out in the arena itself. Brand new 4-sided HD video board. Down at the ends of the arena, we have the new video
like that.
ribbons.
Yep.
So just it's really going to improve our game ops. Some of the things you can't really see, we got a brand new lighting system
Okay.
and brand new sound system.
Nice.
With the renovation, and then that's our brand new press box. And the one thing we're still missing is some type of display or mural or pictures for that facade on the press box. So we plan on dressing that up at some point.
Okay. A few murals on the far end, or your Ring of Honor, I should say.
Correct. Some of our All-Americans and all-time greats.
So seating capacity here is about what?
It's about 2,500
Boy, almost
seating
perfect, isn't it?
capacity. Yep. And we had a great crowd, great following, and we'll get some big games, big rivalry games, Army and CC in Denver. We'll get 3,100 in here. And it's packed. It's a great atmosphere.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting here next year when COVID finally relaxes it so I can get here. So.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Andy. I appreciate the tour and the conversation, and good luck next season.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.